Hey y'all, it's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel, and I am in North America. I got in yesterday evening, and I got picked up from the air. Sorry for the ums. I'm still jet lagged and really tired, and I'm going to explain to you why in a minute. It was a really long journey. I got in yesterday evening, and my best friend picked me up from the airport, which was really nice of her. It's my childhood best friend. I have to tell you, folks, the night before I was leaving, I got noticed that my mom has been in the hospital. And just so you guys understand, I was born in Canada. So those of you who are Canadian, because I know some of you are, hey, I was born in Toronto, Ontario. And normally when I fly in from the Middle East, I have a last layover in Toronto for a little bit, and then I take a 1-hour fast flight to New York City. And that was the plan on the ticket. But unfortunately, my mom ended up in the hospital, and she's in her 80s, folks. So it's scary. And my sister had sort of been covering, but it's a sister who doesn't deal that well with medical emergencies. So the doctor asked for me to come back to make sure that everything, I'm her medical proxy. So it's important when things are serious that I'm in town. So we had to quickly call the airline, and they wanted a letter from the hospital. So the doctor had to do like a letter explaining what happened quickly, and we had to get it all taken care of. And this is all the night before I was leaving. So again, a big thank you to Crafty Michelle and Heather Manning. Crafty Michelle totally exempted me from the collab, but I said no, I'd already done the project and it was important. And I uploaded the video before I left. And I know Heather would have been really understanding if I told her I had a medical emergency with my mom. But you know, folks, I say this all the time. When you make a promise to do a collab and a swap, you make a promise. And it was bad enough that your girl last week posted her this instead of her 1,000 embellies that were in her suitcase and that she had done. So there was no way I was going to let Heather down. Now, granted, I posted late. It was after 11 p.m. But that's because when you understand what happened. So instead of flying into Toronto, visiting with my mom, which is usually what happens when I fly through, is that we meet and then I get on my flight to New York. I stayed in Toronto. So last night I got into Toronto, but I had my mom's emergency to deal with. So I did not get much sleep last night, and I was already very jet lagged. And then all day today was spent with my mother and medical problems and trying to figure out what happened with her. Plus, there had to be all these sorts of things looked after her. I didn't get back to my best friend's house until 10 p.m. So that's why I was so late filming the video. I had Heather's project done before I came. I just didn't have time to make the video. But I emailed Heather earlier and told her, look, it's going to be up before midnight, but it's going to be late. And, you know, thanks to Heather, who from day one has said as long as it's up before the end of the day, she's fine with it. I felt bad, but folks, I had no choice. It was an emergency. So I'm going to be here until we figure out what happened and until my mom is stable enough to not be hospitalized and be stable. So I don't know if that's going to be 2 days. I don't know if that's going to be 4 days, but I'm in North America. And guess what? Because I'm in Toronto, that means I'm going to go here to something called the Dollarama. And I'm actually going to be able to still get some really great Halloween goodies because they have Michaels here. And yes, they don't sell Tim Holtz in Canada. And yes, they don't sell Maggie Holmes, but they do sell everything else, folks. So I'm going to go to the Michaels at some point this week when things calm down with my mom. And I'll make a little video of it so you can see what they all sell in Canada. And I'm going to go to the Dollarama because it's like the Dollar Tree. And who knows what I'm going to find there. And I'm sure it's going to be something fabulous for Halloween. But I'm really glad I got the project up for Heather. I'm really glad I got the project up for Michelle. And hopefully this emergency will resolve itself. But I'm just explaining why I didn't make a video this morning. I would have, because I landed last night. But I had an emergency to deal with, and I'm still dealing with it. So this is your first video from North America. Hey, y'all. I'm so happy to be back. So happy. This is my best friend's house. This is my room in my best friend's house. She keeps a room here, and I sleep in it when I come. And it's very comfortable. I have like a little vanity desk. My suitcase is a mess right now, but those are the extra pillows from the bed. So I'm here. My best friend's in the other room watching. She watches all these shows, these like scary vampire-y sci-fi shows that I don't watch. So I said, why don't you go watch your videos? I'll make my video for my people. And then I'm going to take a shower, get into my jammies, and I'm going to catch up on all your videos. That's what I'm going to do tonight. But I didn't want to end today without saying, hey y'all, I'm back in North America. Hopefully I'll be back in New York soon. Keep my mom, in your happy thoughts, please. She is, again, in her 80s, and this is scary. It's always scary. when your parents are older and they encounter a serious medical thing that hospitalizes them, it's terrifying. So keep me in your thoughts. It is nice to be able to see my best friend. We've been best friends since we were kids, like young. So it's nice to have a best friend that's lasted a lifetime, and it's nice to be here. Being in our house is like being home. You know, she bought this house over 20 years ago, and this has been my room in her house for 20 years. So it's like coming home, you know, like when I got up this morning before going off to help my mom and to find out what's going on and to do all the medical stuff. I knew what drawer I would find a spoon in, and I knew where the coffee was. It's like coming home. So that was very comforting in this emergency. And it's just nice to be able to see her. It was an unexpected treat, and very nice of her to rearrange her plans to come get me from the airport and to make sure she's, here. And she picked me up tonight so that I didn't have to take there's a lot of good public transportation in Toronto. I could have taken public transportation to her house, or I could have taken an Uber, but she came and got me. So that after, a long 10-hour day of medical problems at a hospital, she was right there instead with a car and drove me home and fed me. So if I'm looking a little haggard now, you know why. This girl she's not only jet lagged, but I'm dealing with a crisis. So thank goodness for best friends, because sometimes that can save you. And that's really it. I'll be back on in the morning before I head back to the hospital. I'm going to come on and say, good morning, y'all. And hopefully at some point my mom will stabilize enough. And there's $1,000 trees. Dollar trees. That's what I call them, because that's in my head. There's $1,000 Amazon. But tomorrow is Canadian Thanksgiving. So nothing is open tomorrow. And I don't think my mom will be stable enough for me to go anywhere tomorrow. But hopefully in the next couple of days, I will be able to head over to the Dollarama and to the Michaels. And I will make sure to film that for you. And if I'm rambling, it's because this girl is tired. I will see you all tomorrow. I hope whatever you did today, it gifted you a lot of happiness. Despite this being a medical emergency, it was still nice to be able to see my mom and my best friend. That's the upside. The downside is it's a medical emergency, folks. So I will come on every day. Just bear with me if I'm slow on commenting, but I'll be there. And now I'm going to go take a shower, get into my jammies, and watch your videos. All right, guys, take good care. Bye for now.